I remember when I first bought this camera to start my YouTube journey, officially become a YouTuber. I recorded my first video right here in this part of my basement. So this is a pretty funny moment and funny how things come around. But the reason I'm making this video is because I was in a moment of pretty intense reflection because currently I have the most inventory I've ever had in my life. So like there's some shelves here that are all completely full, a shelf behind me that all of the rows in it are full, and this isn't even everything that I'm going to have coming in this month. So this month I'm looking to at any point I'm going to have like over 1,000 units in inventory, which is the most I've obviously ever had. And that led me to start thinking of where this all started. And I wanted to make this video that I think is certain to save you at least 2 to 3 years of your drop shipping and e-commerce journey. So I'm just gonna get right into it. When I first started e-commerce, I was 10 years old. I started selling on Amazon here and there, selling some technology stuff, started selling on eBay. I never really stuck to it. You know how 10-year-olds are. Like, I wasn't gonna focus on it. I then did some YouTube when I was 11 or 12. My YouTube channel is actually still up. It's called 234 Sniper Sniper Man. If you want to go look it up, that's me making technology reviews. And then I started that, got distracted again, started doing other things. But the main essence of this video that I want to tell you is when it comes to e-commerce, please stop overthinking it. E-commerce, drop shipping, whatever. I'm going to get into drop shipping in a little bit, but stop overthinking it. Start immediately. Put your head down and don't do like I did when I was 10 years old. Put your head down and work tirelessly and non-stop. Just literally, once you take the first step to start ecom, never look back, never stop working. The second mistake I made was when I was about 3 years ago actually. I got back into e-commerce. I started doing print on demand. It did pretty well for me. I made like $1,000, $2,000 a month. It slowed down. I completely quit, which is where I made the mistake of stopping, right? I made it once again, this time as an adult. Now I know before you start something as daunting or something that you perceive to be very difficult or complex like e-commerce, you're going to be out there consuming a ton of content about it. You're going to be watching all the YouTube videos, all the different gurus talking about drop shipping, and this is how you actually need to do drop shipping, this is actually how you need to do e-commerce. And what I'm going to tell you is stop watching all of that shit. E-commerce and drop shipping is very simple. Now drop shipping is just a form of fulfillment. It's picked up a little bit of a bad reputation over the last few years. Many people say dropshipping is dead. It's not really dead. Dropshipping didn't die, it just evolved. Now, in this day and age, if you're gonna go onto AliExpress and dropship random shit from China that might take 2 weeks, 3 weeks to arrive, not even be like it is in the picture, that is completely dead. That did work in 2015. But anything that is just a little bit with the times in advance where a customer is actually going to get their item, any form of dropshipping that you do that way, where the customer is going to get the item that's advertised in less than 2 weeks, in a week and a half, that still works. It doesn't matter if it's drop shipped or not. The essence of this video is e-commerce is not something that's super complicated. So I know you're probably thinking you need a extremely complex business plan to start. You need to like really think about it for months and prepare the perfect products and do all this research. Like I said, you don't need to do any of that. You don't need to watch a million videos and you don't need to do this super in-depth research into industries. What you need to do, let's break it down to its simplest form. E-commerce is just selling stuff online. So my challenge to you is today you can start your e-com journey. Literally today. Find something around your house that you want to sell. Get on Amazon and just sell it. That is going to, or on Facebook Marketplace. Now, Facebook Marketplace, they come to pick it up, so it's not exactly e-commerce. Sell on Amazon, whatever platform you want to use. Get your first sale as soon as possible. And then from there, you are going to you're going to feel a sense of accomplishment because you got your first sale. Now, obviously, the best mode of e-commerce that I recommend to people who are just starting out is print on demand because it doesn't need a lot of significant investment. So after you sell that first thing online, you're officially an e-commerce entrepreneur. Get that self-belief. Now, don't go back and watch a million videos on how to do print on demand or anything like that. Watch like maybe one or two, understand it, and then right away get started in this business model. The reason why I tell you first is just sell something around your house. That's because something you can do the next 48 hours. You're going to understand what it's like to pack something up, to send it to someone, to make money from something that you didn't have to go and tell someone, hey, go buy this, right? You made it totally online. And then you're going to take your first step into e-commerce fully right afterwards, where you're going to get into print on demand, which is the bit I'm slightly biased because this is where I started. If you don't want to start with print on demand, totally fine. But you need to start something as soon as possible after you get that first sale. So for me, I started doing print on demand because it takes very little initial investment. Pretty much get any random designs, whatever it is. Again, this is where people complicate it because they're gonna be like, oh, I want to build a brand, I want to have the best designs ever. Fuck that. You need to get some momentum. Go get some designs on Etsy. I made a full guide on this, but find some designs on Etsy that are already doing good. Put them on some shirts on Printify, order in a couple of samples, and promote them using social media, using TikTok. You're going to drive sales to your Shopify website, which is the basis of any e-commerce operation. So again, after you sell on Amazon, eBay, whatever it is, sell something online that you already have with you that you can do in 48 hours. You want to build the foundation of your e-commerce business, which is going to be your Shopify store. Again, with your Shopify store, you don't need to learn all the methods of highest conversion, how to do email marketing, how to do SMS marketing, totally overcomplicate things and make it all confusing for yourself. Build up your Shopify store, list up your print on demand products, connect it to Printify. Very simple, very easy to do. There's many guides on the Printify website on how to do this. From there, once you get in your samples, create content on TikTok, on Instagram, on whatever social media platform. You don't need to hone in on one at this point in time because you are just starting out. Once you create the content, you're going to drive some traffic to your website. Again, you don't have to go learn everything there is to learn about ads. We're taking this one step at a time, and I'm really trying to break down e-commerce to you in its simplest form, right? Now you're doing e-commerce and dropshipping at once, because once you get that first order through Printify, they're going to fulfill it for you. Once the customer buys it on your Shopify, you're going to get the money in the bank. Then Printify is going to fulfill it for you. Your customer is going to get it. And now you're fully in the e-commerce entrepreneurship space. Right now, you're not just selling something that you had around your house. You're totally selling products that you don't even own, that you don't have an inventory of, to random people online. They're buying it from you. Boom, you have officially made it. Now from here, you can tighten things up, put your head down again, and keep trying to slowly evolve yourself. Look at mistakes that you made in your content. Try to improve your content. Look at mistakes in your homepage. Look at other homepages, right? And try to pick up from them. But the message I tried to give you in this video is that this is something that you can take 2 to 3 years to start, and then start and make all the beginner mistakes anyways and not get any sales to start out with anyways. Or you can start e-commerce tomorrow, become an e-commerce entrepreneur in 2 to 3 years from now, which is the point where I'm at right now of doing this kind of consistently. I can look back and say, thank God I started. Thank God I put my head down and I continued to work, although I took that stupid little break. But anyways, I got back into it and I stayed focused on this, and I did not overconsume. It is such a huge labyrinth when you search up anything to do with e-commerce on YouTube. Such a huge labyrinth of different people throwing out all these different philosophies that they have on how to do things, how to run ads, these platforms that you should sell on. Is dropshipping dead? Is dropshipping not dead? They make those fucking videos every year, and it's just a web of confusion. Now, fast forward to where I'm at right now. I'm someone who started with print on demand, and now last month I shipped myself over 700 units of inventory that I had, all shipped out myself. This month, looking to do over 1,000. Next month, God willing, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Right? So it all starts from something very small. Y'all want to know how I started? I went on Etsy. I smacked some designs literally onto sweaters. Had the ugliest website. But one thing that I did was I moved very fast. I got in my sample, started making TikToks over and over again. Realized that having just basic mock-up photos on my website was not going to do it. Got photo shoots, did good photo shoots. Slowly improved. I didn't eat the whole cake at once, because what happens when you eat a whole cake at once instead of just a small slice at a time? You get sick. You're trying to drink the whole ocean of e-commerce and dropshipping content, and it's making you sick, and it's making you start and quit, or worse, have analysis paralysis, where you're just trying to make the perfect plan that's never going to come to fruition. It's never going to be perfect, and delaying those eventual first your learning pains. When you fall, you hurt your knee, you get back up, you go at it again. Pretty much what this video means, the whole point of it is just get started. E-commerce is very simple, and you learn many things along the way, and you make many mistakes along the way. the point where I'm at right now, my Shopify website gets over 30,000 monthly visitors. My TikTok shop gets over 30,000 visitors a month. I don't even really run ads, ran them in the past, can run them if I want. I now have inventory, but I also do print on demand at the same time. I have affiliates and influencers and things of that sort. And this all just started from a small decision that I made to take action. I wanted to become an e-commerce entrepreneur since I was 10 years old. This time I actually stuck through with it, and here I am today. And I have a huge basket right in front of me of orders that I'm going to drop off at the post office tomorrow. So for now, don't even think about that stage where you got inventory and you have to deal with all that. Just get started with something small. You don't need to go buy a bulk inventory, even if you don't know it's gonna sell, and then you're on your last $1,000 and you're maxing out your credit card for inventory and all that. You don't need to do all that. Have a simple start, right? If you see on some platform a product that you really like, maybe get it in, make some content with it, see if people are interested, then do a small, order of it, 20 to 30 to 40 items. This is if you don't want to go down the print on demand route. Get, 20, 30 items of it. If they sell out, do a bigger order, then do a bigger. Don't just throw yourself in the middle of the ocean, right? So get started. Please, please, please take action, and then and you can get to the point where I'm at right now in 6 months to a year, right? It took me 2 years or 3 years because I took many breaks, stopped many times, and I regret all of that. And don't even get me started on the years it took me to really, really put my head down and go all in on this. So thank you guys for watching. If you want someone to guide you when it comes to e-commerce, sort of a one-on-one mentorship, you will find my school community link down below. We do live weekly calls, pre-recorded modules on there that are very concise, and I'm not gonna tell you about 100 different topics and just confuse the hell out of you. When it comes to e-commerce, it's all pretty precise there from someone who's doing this right now. I didn't do dropshipping in 2015, had success in it, and I'm just some guy who sells courses and makes YouTube videos. This is a community, it's not a course. It's gonna help you and guide you on your journey. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.